What is an appraisal? And why do I, as a seller and buyer, care about them? When a buyer is using a mortgage to buy a house, the bank sends over an appraiser to make sure that the house is actually worth what the buyer is willing to pay for it. So that person goes to the house, walks through, checks the comparables, and then gives his opinion of what it's worth. Why is it a good thing? It protects the buyer, making sure they don't overpay for a house. It protects the bank too, so they're not loaning too much money on a house. Things get a little squirrely. In a seller's market, when buyers sometimes pay over list price for a house, sometimes the comparables do not support the price that the buyer is willing to pay. So there is a gap between what the bank's willing to give the buyer and what the buyer is willing to pay. Now, someone has to make up that gap. Either the seller has to lower the purchase price or the buyer has to bring cash to closing. Now that can be negotiated between the two, but someone has to make up that gap.